All right, next thing on the agenda is spray pond. Might as well, since it's getting hot. And I think we've used this before in the past, Algae X, but not sure if it's the same brand that we had before. But for use in lakes, reservoirs, destined for drinking water, swimming areas, canals, ditches, laterals, water treated with this product may be used for swimming, fishing, and irrigation. Was this gonna, I don't know if this is concentrate. The other stuff I had, you just dumped into one, but since we have algae bloom, I want to get sprayed on there. So 4 foot depth for any and all things, 25 ounces, 1 gallon. We're just gonna do the whole thing. Do the whole freaking thing. It's pretty blue. We'll go ahead and apply it and review it after a day or so. And the one thing you need to pay attention to is the wind drift. The wind right now is blowing in my face, and that's pretty much parallel to the pond. So we're going to go on the north side of the pond and spray there. Honda cup holders suck. I don't know if anybody's heard me say that before. We did put a little blue dye in with the mix, so when it does kill it off, at least I'll have some color other than brown, hopefully. But look at that blue dye coming out of there. Isn't that cool? You do not want to get downwind of the blue dye or get the blue dye on you when handling the material, because it will stain you and anything it touches. What it's doing now to the ground, because we're leaking half of the stuff on the ground for some reason. Where's it coming from? Okay, you can see the blue tint in the pond coming out of the sprayer. Right now I'm just emptying the sprayer out with the pond dye. And you should wear gloves, but I found out not any glove will do. You need to wear rubber gloves, or otherwise you will get blue dye on your hand. And I'm hoping I don't have any on my face. I don't know, I don't think so. But you gotta be careful with this stuff because it will stain, and stain badly, whatever it touches. So anyway, that's about all we're going to do today. I'll give a review here later today, probably in an hour or so, and see if the algae starts browning out or what it does. But the ideal conditions to apply this is probably a couple hours or a few hours before it rains, or a day, because water coming down will break up all that dead algae and make your pond look beautiful. We'll check back with you after a day or so and let you see how this Algaecide X works, or worked. Alright folks, as you can see, the majority of the algae is gone, and what's not gone will get beaten down in the next rainstorm. So that should be all taken care of when we get the next heavy rain. All right, it's been a few days later, and we did have a couple rainstorms come through. We got a little pond cleanup, got to figure out how to get that bucket out of there. And we got to get our geothermal loop sunk. But look at the difference that the Algae X did after several days of it simmering on the algae, as well as the rainstorm that came through. Now, if I had my pond aerated, I'm sure we would have had quicker and more improved results, which I'm looking into that. So we are looking at a couple different pond aerators. Some people have reached out to me and want me to collab on a video and sponsor our channel. So we'll take a look at those, see what might be the best fit for this pond. It's a small pond, but it's our pond. This algae that's dead over here, we'll just have to get that raked up. Or it will probably go to the bottom eventually. But that's a whole nother issue or concern. But anyway, pond is looking great after 3 days, and then a couple rainstorms that came through knocked down that rest of that algae bloom that was dead out there in the middle. So Algae X, do I recommend it? I think I've tried a different product, and I'll have to look at what that was that seemed to have a little bit better results, but this wasn't bad. This is pretty close. Algae X does a good job for pond algae treatment. The key thing, I think, for any algae treatments is to get that application sprayed onto the algae. It'll help and work much quicker. Now, for regular maintenance, I think you can pour that into the pond versus having a sprayer application, but you got to stay on top of it. Whatever you use, you got to stay on top of it. We do these sort of videos for your entertainment as well as education, and for our friends, family, and future generations. For without those videos, those future generations would never know what we used to be like, what we used to do here on Peterson Farms in Asheville. So, God bless you all. Till next time, keep coming back. If you don't mind, hit that like button and consider subscribing. It doesn't cost you a darn thing. We'd love to have you along for the ride.